It doesn't matter where you want to take your career.
What people would think about it, right? And using those insights to, make a product that does really well.
Really well. What is your deepest dark moments actually? I believe in networking. It's the most important thing. It doesn't matter where you want to take your career. What is your experience on that actually?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basically, because you can't go in it alone, right? You can try, but obviously talking to people, the best ideas that I get is not necessarily my own. It's like just sharing, chatting with other people. And the same goes true for your products, right? So for example, once I was on, there was one product that was doing really well on the Groupon, put it to Amazon, or actually, sorry, just before putting it to Amazon, I wanted to figure out what people would think about it, right?
Yeah.
So I actually launched a Kickstarter for it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I was
okay.
like, yeah, so that's just another idea. It's another way of just getting the consumer insights, asking people like, what do you think about this category? How can I make it better? That sort of thing. And using those insights to, make a product that does really well.
Really well.
Yeah.
No, it's the one of the thing what's most important about like what I like about Product Opinion is like and also your journey as well, right? It's more or less like you have to test. That's the whole purpose of whole thing is like the tool and also the entrepreneurship and also life. It's all about like testing where you are. If you don't know where you are right now, you'll never be able to grow where you should be at that point. I want to ask you that question during this process actually. What is your deepest dark moments actually? What are your like real talk actually?
Yeah,
let's do that one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Let's go deep. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always like, am I going to fail, right? Like, am I going to put like, I think one of the biggest hesitations that even sellers have today about Kickstarter, for example, it's very public, right? So if you do up a Kickstarter project and it fails, it's public. People can see it. But at the end of the day, if you don't try, like you won't.
You always fail actually.
Yeah.
Now I specifically want to touch point that one, right? What does this emotion looks like? Why you care about what other people think? What was the where that come from actually? Of course, we are all have a one story about it.
Yeah.
But how did you overcome out of that? First of all, are you still in that? Are you overcome out of that, or what's?
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has it at least a little bit, but it's a good. Yeah, I mean, it's a good. Yeah, no, that's no, absolutely. It's tough, right? Because you're always. I mean, at the end of the day, one thing I realized is you can't make everyone happy, no matter as much as you can. I mean, I think my personality is that I want to make everyone happy.
Oh yeah,
it's just kind of like built in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Canadian in me, I guess, right? But yeah, that's a big lesson to learn too. Is that you don't want to do. Someone had said like if you're trying to be everything to everyone, then you're nobody.
You're nobody, exactly. So what are some of the moments that you're really super proud of in your journey?
Yeah, right on. So just trying things. I feel like if you're hung up, like you mentioned earlier too, that decision paralysis. Yeah, like getting over that is huge. And if you can just actually do the things and basically, throw the spaghetti to the wall, see what sticks. So I think what I'm most proud of is just doing that, like actually testing things and seeing what actually comes out on top, because you never know. You actually could be pleasantly surprised by what comes out of just trying different things.
Oh, I have so much thing admire on that one specifically. I love that specific topic, which is like testing yourself. I put myself in a place, a lot of situations. I mean, it's always you get like either you get best situation out of it, or you get like a best learning out of it, or you will learn yourself much better way than ever. So let's talk a technical aspect, right? A little bit on the Product Opinion. What are some best test cases you got?
Yeah, so I mean, what's interesting is that like a lot of sellers still to this day, they kind of just set it and forget it, which is okay. I mean, if they're doing well, but what they don't realize is that they could be leaving a ton of money on the table. So even, simple things like their main image, which might not be so simple, obviously depends on the category, but it's just iterating, right? Always be in the mindset of like, hey, what can I do? What can I do? The marketplace always is changing. Your competitors are always changing. One example I can give you with a product that we did, it was a mosquito repellent bracelet. And we were the first. So if you look at the search results for mosquito repellent bracelets, it's all like a circus, different colors, different bracelets all over the place.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it goes to like, how do I pattern interrupt? How do I do something differently? And we were one of the first to put a thumbs up on the main image with the mosquito bracelet right on there. And that contributed to the success of that product, like crazy.
Blew up.
It blew up. We did like, it hit over 7 figures in just over a year, and even outranked like big names, big
Like a brand names.
brand names, yeah.
I totally get that one. Why? Because I had a product called lifting hooks. So I don't do the split testing. I don't believe in that. Like probably like 5 years ago, I don't believe in that. I don't do that, nothing. Because at that time, there are a couple of other tools available. So I was not using none of the stuff because one, I'm not technically understand how that works. So what happened is basically there are a couple of competitors copying our exact style. What we did is like one of our photographer has a tattoo in their hand, like a big tattoo. So the product was like showing up from this angle. So
The tattoo
the
stands
tattoo
out.
was stands out.
Yeah.
So because of that, we got like a crazy number of hike in our sales and crushing out in a kind of like a CTR in a pretty well. And in a 3 to 5 months later, and I see a lot of people copying the tattoo like that. And I was like surprised, why are you copying tattoo? If we copy the product, it makes sense, right? I mean, why? And then I realized, so we put up like the pooling at that point and find out. So because of the tattoo, we started winning like crazy.